Boom! Hillary Clinton just did it again. She lost years ago, but here she is, still talking about Donald Trump like he's the villain in her never-ending Netflix drama. This week she went on The View, which instantly raises one big question. What's the weight limit on that stage? You'd think maybe she'd talk about hobbies, healthy living, or gardening. Nope. She was back on her favorite topic, Trump. It's like I always tell Taylor Swift, girl, you've got to move on. Trump doesn't just live in Hillary's head. He's built a 500-unit condo there with in-unit laundry and a rooftop bar. Greg Gutfeld saw it and thought, perfect. Time for a roast. And when Greg starts swinging, no political heavyweight is safe. From the email scandal to global mess-ups, he went for everything, not just criticism, demolition. Comedy demolition. Half of registered voters say any Republican would be better than Biden. One woman even legally changed her name to Annie Republican. Meanwhile, in D.C., a grocery chain banned large bags. Great, now where will I shop? Complained one large bag. But back to Hillary. Imagine waking up and thinking, the world needs more unsolicited wisdom from Hillary Clinton, because nothing says unity like a politician who's dodged more scandals than a raccoon dodges cars. She told CNN that Biden should be direct and forceful with Trump. Direct? Forceful? That's rich. Greg Gutfeld grabbed the mic, and what came next was a roast so hot you could toast marshmallows over it. He mocked her 2016 campaign, her endless excuses, and the way she disappears from states she needs to win. If political comebacks were a sport, Hillary would be Michael Jordan, if Jordan missed every single shot. Every election cycle she pops up like a bad reboot. New pantsuit, same "I'm here to save democracy" act. And every time people remember, oh yeah, we've seen this movie. She whined about smears and false stories, forgetting her own history of smearing others. Greg dragged out the greatest hits, emails in the basement, Benghazi, delete as a lifestyle choice. Asked what happens if Trump wins again, Hillary said it would be the end of our country, which is funny coming from the person who couldn't win the country in the first place. Greg compared it to tossing Mentos into a Diet Coke, except the Diet Coke was her legacy and the Mentos were sarcasm bombs. And then the 2016 meltdown. Hollywood had the champagne ready. The press had tweets written. The ghost of FDR was probably smiling. But voters said, nah, Hillary took it so well. By writing books, going on tour, blaming Russia, sexism, Facebook, gluten, even gravity. Gutfeld went through every recycled excuse like a kid with unlimited arcade tokens. No mercy. He even roasted the Clinton Foundation, the charity, that collected millions but somehow didn't fix much of anything. Six-figure Wall Street speeches? Check. Customer service level enthusiasm? Double check. Then he pulled out a wild clip from 2008, Hillary sounding like she's in MAGA mode. Deport criminals, pay fines, learn English, wait your turn. Basically, Republican Hillary. Greg also pointed out her reverse Midas touch. Everything she supports crashes. If Hillary endorsed gravity, we'd all be floating. And of course, the original election denier moment. Sure, she conceded quickly. Then she spent years saying Trump wasn't legitimate. By now, the roast was so well cooked even Gordon Ramsay would have approved. Hillary wasn't there to defend herself, and she didn't need to be. The jokes landed harder without her. But like every political sitcom villain, she'll be back. Probably with another book called You Thought I Was Done. Her interviews? Like watching a malfunctioning Roomba, always circling back to protect democracy, as if democracy failed her, not the other way around. Greg ripped away the polite media cover and reminded everyone about the pay-to-play allegations, the endless rebrands, and the merch. Yes, she's selling but her emails hats to fund her groups. The nerve. He called her less Jedi Master, more corporate HR rep with a Gmail problem. And audiences loved it. Because finally, someone said what everyone whispers at Thanksgiving. Hillary's career is a PowerPoint of contradictions. Champion of women, unless they accuse someone she likes. Defender of truth, unless she's under subpoena. For the people, as long as they're donors. And the biggest irony? For all her polish and strategy, Hillary's missing one thing that could save her image: genuine humility. That's why the roast hit so hard. It wasn't just jokes, it was a mirror. And she spent decades avoiding mirrors. When the smoke cleared, the truth stood alone. Hillary Clinton might not be the misunderstood savior she thinks she is. Maybe she's just the loudest person in the room who can't take a hit. Because when it comes to political drama, Hillary doesn't. Just bring the tea. She is the tea. Bitter, oversteeped, and impossible to ignore.